It's interesting on the Patrick Peterson thing. So he comes out and like, oh, well, I know he wants to check it down to 23. Yeah. I know Steph Curry likes to come off of screens. Good luck stopping it.
Yeah.
You don't think the entire NFL doesn't know that the Niners like to dump it off to Christian McCaffrey?
No doubt.
You don't think Seattle knew that heading into that playoff game? Mm-hmm. You don't think the Dallas Cowboys knew that? No. Do you have the personnel to slow it down? Like, very few teams do. And to me, that's the most interesting thing going into this game. What personnel, if let's say Kittle doesn't play, right? Well, then now Minka can do some roaming and maybe man up with Christian McCaffrey. That's still a tough matchup.
No doubt.
Like, Christian McCaffrey is a unique player in the league. Linebackers can't run with him. Safeties, he's just as physical, if not more physical than them. He catches the ball like a receiver. He runs beautiful routes. It's easy to say, hey, they like to dump off to McCaffrey. It's another thing to go out and actually slow him down.
Yeah, no doubt. It's easier said than done. And as Mike Tomlin said earlier in the week, the Niners have a lot of space eaters. Space eaters in George Kittle, space eaters in Deebo Samuel, space eater in Brandon Ayuk, and, of course, Christian McCaffrey. And I like the backups here. I know we're not going to talk a lot about them because of CMC, but, boy, Elijah Mitchell, let's see how he runs in this game. Will Mason get the carries outside of Christian McCaffrey? Who's the second tight end? You're on it. It feels like we've been talking about the second tight end position here. I like Willis, man. I think, remember what did I say the first practice? I said Willis. What did I say? I said I like his body. I think he could be like Chris Cooley, an H-back. And then Matt Burrows yesterday talking about, well, maybe he's going to play that H-back role. I'm like, yeah, we saw that 40 days ago. Not to rip Matt Burrows or whatnot, but I think Willis could be that guy. Now, a lot of people talk about Patrick Peterson. Here's why we're talking about Patrick Peterson. Mike in Northeast PA, hang tight. We'll get you in just a second here, but I want to play the sound about Patrick Peterson. He's predicting good things are going to happen for him on Sunday.
Come on.
There is some tell signs out there that tells us what plays we're going to get when those guys in certain situations.
So wait a minute. So you got a little insight on just from your film study, the telling signs on when they're going to do certain things already?
Come on, Mac. You
got your cheat code ready?
Come on, Mac. You watched film before.
I'm not going to ask you to tell me what have you picked out of, okay? We don't know who was watching or who's listening. So we're going to let that be.
Before, Mac. Yeah. When I get my pick Sunday, we'll talk about it.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Patrick Peterson on the All Things Cover podcast with Bryant McFadden, former corner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very interesting stuff there. Let's get to Mike in Northeast PA as you are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at HD1, San Francisco. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And don't forget, our very good friends from First NorCal Credit Union are sponsoring YouTube and Twitch. Shout out to First NorCal Credit Union. Hopefully you're having a great, great week. Let's go to Mike in Northeast PA. Mike, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, good morning, boys. Hey, real quick, Kid Rock, big Detroit Lions fan.
Good call.
And Shasky, I worked in the casino industry for about 10 years. Take your money, put it on the Sunday collection plate. You get a better return on that. So go do that. And then, let me tell you, yesterday you were dogging on Philly. I'm a New York guy. And I'm a Jets fan, and I hated the Eagles. So... But it's not Eastern PA. It's only Philadelphia and Southern Jersey. You got to give some love to the rest of PA because really outside of Philadelphia, nobody roots for the Eagles in Pennsylvania. They're either rooting for the Steelers, the Giants, or some out-of-state team. And then lastly, 27-17 Niners because of a missed extra point. Love listening to you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
Love it. That's a lot of points. I feel like this is going to be more of a defensive struggle.
An under game?
I don't know about under, but I have tremendous respect for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and I think that their front seven is going to be fairly stout in this game.
Yeah, no, Baldy said it could be a top 5 unit, and I believe that. I believe Baldy. And looking at them on paper, they do have the talent. Those ends, Highsmith, TJ Watt, former DPOY, and then Herbig out of Wisconsin, man. He gets after it too. Colt McKivitz, we haven't talked a lot about. And hopefully we don't talk a lot about him. Because if we don't talk about Colt McKivitz, guess what? That means he's doing his job. It's just like the officials. If we don't talk about the officials, it means the officials were not a factor. Boy, Colt McKivitz is going to have his hands full with TJ Watt, Herbig. And they're going to highlight him. They're going to say we can get matchups against McKivitz and get after the quarterback. That's one area you got to chip this guy. You got to send him help, tight ends. Are you going to another thing, too? Will the 49ers have to keep George Kittle in the block to help out McKivitz with TJ Watt or Herbig or Highsmith? That's going to be something to watch on Sunday, Shasky.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And, man, they've just got so many weapons offensively. I always wonder, like, who's going to be the guy that's going to get the touches early in this game to kind of set the tone?
Yeah.
And I know you got. God, I'm telling you, this feels like a Debo game. Physical, Pittsburgh, set the tone on the edge, run over a DB, and try to get them, over pursuing. Like, this is a big misdirection game to me. And I think that Kyle works really well in that misdirection game when a team is overly aggressive. And I mean that as a compliment to Pittsburgh.
No doubt. You think about the teams that have given Pittsburgh fits. Remember, Kansas City went into Pittsburgh when we didn't know who Mahomes was, and they dropped 42 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of misdirection, a lot of motion stuff. Get their defense off balance. By the way, Team USA down 10 late third quarter in the FIBA World Cup semifinals. Down 10 late third quarter. Oh, my Lord. If they don't get to the gold medal game, unbelievable. Yeah, down 10. Wow. Steve Kerr's going to get a lot of slander for that.
Did you see the George Kittle? I don't know. Is he 50-50? Is he 75%?
Well, he practiced yesterday, too, right?
Yeah, so what do you think's going to happen?
I think he's playing on
Sunday.
Sunday.
I do, too.
I think he's playing on Sunday. You can't miss another opener.
Did you catch it last night with George Kittle?
No.
So there's a commercial out now, Little Caesars. I don't know if I had never seen it.
No.
And it's Cam Jordan from the Saints getting interviewed by everybody, and it's a pizza commercial, and he's ordering pizza. And who was one of the people sitting next to him as he's daydreaming about pizza?
George Kittle.
George Kittle wearing Jordans.
It's pretty sick.
And he's wearing the full Niner outfit and everything. He is one of the big national sponsors of Little Caesars this year.
Wow.
I was kind of blown away. Wow. I didn't realize he was that popular nationwide.
Well, I'm looking at, I didn't either. You know me in commercials, too. I just kind of get up and do what I got to do during commercial. I was
folding laundry, so it kind of jarred me.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you watch these NFL commercials, because they'll have Justin Jefferson is one of the guys they're really trying to promote, and they'll always wear their whole uniform. You know what I mean? While they're playing in the commercial, and just seeing Kittle in the full Niner uniform sitting next to Cam Jordan in the Saints, it was pretty. I don't know, and I think Fitzmagic was the other guy in it.
I did see Fitzmagic.
I think Fitzmagic
that was the beginning of the commercial, right?
Yeah.
So I saw Fitzmagic.
I think it was Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I saw Fitzmagic. I was like, get this guy off my screen.
I'm with you.
I'm not a Fitzmagic guy.
But Cam Jordan was an interesting. I like Cam Jordan. He was an interesting person. I know he's doing a lot of podcasts too now.
By the way, Patrick Peterson last year 5 interceptions for the Minnesota Vikings. 5 interceptions in 17.
Pretty good year.
It's not bad for them.
They won the North.
They did win the North. Damn, Patrick Peterson. He's talking that talk. Here's Purdy's response to Patrick Peterson.
I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, he's a good player. Patrick Peterson's a great player. I grew up watching him and everything. I was obviously from Arizona. He played for the Cardinals and stuff. So it's the competitive nature, I guess, of football. So we'll see.
All right, it is a Football Friday brought to you by First 5 California. To learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress, go to first5california.com. Nick Bosa practiced yesterday. Nick Bosa was working with the strength and conditioning coach. Nick Bosa, guess what, folks? He looked like Nick Bosa.
Yeah, no disrespect to Little Caesars and how delicious it is. Didn't look like he was eating Little Caesars in the offseason.
No, the personal chef was doing them right.
So apparently he eats all eggs and egg whites. Did you see Mark Willard did a video? Mm-hmm. And mushrooms and onions into a big wrap. I guess it's 6 eggs, 2 egg whites, mushrooms, and then onions chopped up all into something. That's his morning. 6 eggs? 3 eggs is a lot of eggs.
Yeah, I usually go 3 eggs.
3 eggs
Sometimes
is a lot,
2.
too.
3 eggs is a lot.
Pretty filling.
Yeah, it is a lot.
6?
6 eggs is a lot. But he's a big man. He's a big man.
How come when I make eggs, I get heartburn? How come when these guys superstars,
you get heartburn with
certain eggs?
What are you putting in your eggs?
Well, you spray the Pam on the skillet.
See, I go olive oil.
Oh, that's a saying.
Go a little olive oil.
Well, there's the olive oil sprays too now. But I just feel like I always get certain heartburn with some of the eggs, scrambled eggs.
What else are you going with it? What are you?
But I don't like scrambled eggs.
So what are you putting in your eggs?
Well, salt and pepper.
So you got to take it easy.
But I'm not a big salt guy.
You got to take it easy on the salt and pepper.
I like a little pepper.
I just splash it. A little splash of salt, a little splash of
I'm
pepper.
a sunny side up guy. I like that egg.
I do like sunny side
up. Yeah,
up.
that's the way I prefer my egg. A fried egg, sunny side up.
I do like sunny side up. But I like to scramble a little bit. Throw the mushrooms in there, maybe some chopped bacon. Just got to pack the Tums, right?
Well, the avocado oil spray now is very popular because it doesn't have as much, bad. It's good fats as opposed to bad fats. Are you a sausage guy? A little sausage isn't bad either. A lot of protein.
What is your game day spread this Sunday? Early morning Sunday. Is it mimosas? Do you got the mimosas rolling? Do you got the fruit? Do you got the eggs and bacon? What is going on at the Shatsky household? Well, early in the morning.
I've got Tommy Call's big cornhole tournament tomorrow it's a fundraiser for people against bullies and whatnot.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a big deal up in Santa Rosa. So I'm really excited for that. So we'll be up at the cabin on Sunday, and I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go for a little early morning walk with the dogs around the course and feel all the fog kind of burning off and burn off my ADD in the morning, have like 7 cups of coffee, and then tune on 95.7 The Game because I believe Larry and Lorenzo Neal are doing pregame show.
Yeah. No, away games. Oh, we need to pull that out. We should promote them because I think the postgame show is going to have 3 guys on it. I think it'll be Sterling, Evan Giddings, and Alan South, but I could be wrong. Let me pull it up.
I got it right here.
Okay.
So for away games, pregame will be Evan Giddings and Lo Neal, and then the postgame for away games will be Sterling, Alan Stiles, and Mark Grandy. For home games, it will be Larry and Lo, and then postgame for home games will be, again, Sterling, Alan, and Mark Grandy.
Wow.
Well, there we go. 3-man weave in the postgame show.
There you go. I like that.
Got to get your touches.
Got to get your touches. All right. More of your phone calls, 888-957-9570. Let's get into our top 5 NFL storylines going into Sunday. We have shameless shout-outs at 7:45, so start to line them up. 888-957-9570. You know the drill. What I want this week, I want people to shout out their high school.